Okie dokie. There we go. All right. We're slowly getting it together. Okie dokie. Let's see what this conjures up here. Let's try it. All right, I think we maybe got it. I hope so. We'll see. Okay, for those of you who have not followed me on Facebook, I have started this painting on Facebook as a live, and waited a few days. Everything's dry now on it, just to continue on with the tree, some grasses, maybe a couple pebbles in here, some light things. Maybe I'll put some sparkles in it. Okay, and that will probably be about it. I have to widen the tree a bit here. So down below here on the lower right, we got some burnt sienna, the chalk white, some lemon yellow, dark blue, and alizarin crimson. So we're gonna need to build up some strong color so I can expand that tree a little bit. All right, I was supposed to be on an hour earlier, but something came up, and of course it did not pan out. So I am an hour behind the time here. Okay, so I won't need any glycerin, I don't believe so, but I am gonna darken this tree up so I can the reason why I'm not going to use much glycerin is because I kind of need it the paint to dry rather quickly. All right, so trying to get a deep maroon, borrow some of this sienna, darken it up a little bit. It doesn't really have to match what I have up here because it's going to be covered. Alright, and here we go. So I'm going to have to expand this tree. It's going to have to grow out a little bit. Even up here I have to make the tree a little larger, a little thicker. Just make it a little larger to convey it. It's a nice sized tree, and just to pump it out there in the front a little bit more or less. And now with just the paint, the natural paint itself, it's going to dry quicker. I don't have to deal with waiting for the glycerin to dry it up. I'll just make the tree overall darker because I'm going to have to wait for it to dry anyway. So I'll just fill it in with the colors that I mixed here. I'll get some leaves going on it. I have paint on the sides of the brush, so I can just kind of, like I say, just darken it up a little bit. All right. I don't necessarily have to do all of this, but it's just to get rid of the paint, more or less. We're gonna put little leaves in here. We're gonna add the bark, all that good stuff. All right, like I said, I'll probably put pebbles or whatever down in here. The figure will go in here. Okay, the figure more or less would be almost last to be put on. After the figure, then I'll put the other tree or whatever in there. So we'll get some of the middle ground, some of the little fairy dusty things in there. Put some bark to the tree, you know, liven it up a little bit. Okay, so I hope you guys can see me. I hope the video's flowing pretty good, and I hope you guys can hear me. I can't tell as of yet, so just cleaning off the brush here. Like I say, I gotta let it hold off for a bit. So let's work with a smaller brush, and I'll add some rocks in there. Guess I'll try this fella right here. This is a number 10 flat here. Little tiny guy. You probably can see it right there. All right, or right here in the front camera. Little fella right here. Okay. All right. You see me looking up. I'm looking at the larger monitor up here to my side. That's what I'm looking at. Okay, let's put some pebbles and whatever in here. Some of it will be covered by grass, some of it will not. I'm gonna use a little bit of this sienna. I'll put it here by this purple. A little touch of white in that, just like that. All right, just gray it up a little bit. Get some blue. Get a small touch of crimson, put it in there. All right, a little more of the brown there. There we go, mix it in pretty good. Like I said, I'm just gonna put some small rocks in there just to give a little more depth. Right here in the bottom corner where you cannot see yet, but you will see in a second or two, because we're gonna zoom it in a little bit here. Think I can zoom in a little bit more. I know it's out of focus, but give me one little touch. It'll magically come back in focus. I think we got it. All right. So we're gonna put a few just right in here like this. Just like that. Put it right in there. And these little fellows, like I say, we'll add a little depth even to this boulder here. Put one right here. Different sizes. All right. Just like so. Put them in there. Let's put one right past the foreground right here, right in the bottom there, like that. And we'll put one right here, coming a little past the other rock right about here. And we'll highlight them and everything. Just adding little bits of, you know, just like that. All right. Okay. All right. Now we're going to get a little bit of white. Put it right in that mix. Lighten it up a little bit. Stir it around. Just contaminate the white with that grayish color. I think you guys can see me do this here. I usually have a beach towel on my lap so I can wipe off the brush and all of that. All right. I know the paint is still a little wet, no glisten or anything, but we're going to take advantage of that using the side of the brush. Okay. And we'll just start adding some texture to this guy. Just like so. just like that. Now if you think it's a little too bright, the color will die down as it dries. Okay, trust me. Just like that, little irregular patterns. Don't want to get rid of all the previous gray. Okay. And right in here, we're gonna do the same thing. So all I can say, I hope you guys can hear me. Just like that. We're gonna go a little bit brighter for just, you know, a few highlights. The brighter you make your highlights, the less of it you really need. I'm pretty sure those of you who follow me, you know, you kind of know what I'm gonna say, but it's true. Like I said, I don't need too much of it. I can use my finger, I can fade a little bit of it with my finger. All right. I tend to paint past the tape. There, like so. I can actually make these pebbles a little darker now that I'm looking at it. So a little bit of crimson, a little bit of blue together, and mix it in. I want it fairly dark. I gotta get rid of the white that's in my brush. We'll try that again. A little bit of crimson, and we'll put it right here. A little bit of blue, and put it right there, mix it in there. It is very, very warm in this room. Okay, let's wipe some of that paint off my brush. And we're gonna get some darker texture in these rocks there. Just like so. Toward the bottom there. Just like that. Just want to deepen the color of the rocks. There'll be grass and such going over some of these fellas. I'm using the side of the brush. But now the rocks look a little more inclusive. Okay. Turn it around here. And if you got hard edges, you can always kind of soften them with that dark color. Much like that. Okay. All right. I'm just going into the lighter color, and we're just going to add a little more, a little shine here and there on certain parts of the rock there. A couple of them right here. Just like that. And that's it. All right. This is almost getting there. I'm still thinking I should get it a little bit wider, but we'll see. I think it should be okay. As I'm looking at it, it should be all right. Okay. So let's turn this around here. Now, obviously, the tree is quite large. And in order to get the full thing in there, because it is a large tree. All right. That might be a little far for you guys. Might be. Oh. Okay, boy, it's hot in here. We're gonna work with, I think I'm gonna go back to the 3/4 brush here. This is a 3/4 flat. I'll put it right here. It's easier for you to see what it is I'm talking about. 3/4 flat right here, all right? Okay. We're gonna mix some of that nice brown here we got. I'll put it right into this blue. Okay. Mix it in there. And then I'm gonna get a touch of white, put it up in there. Blend it in really good. Now I'm gonna make the bark color out of this. We're gonna add all sorts of colors with it. Obviously, you see such a small color palette. Okay. Now you see it's got a very gentle, nice mauve to it. Until I put this brown in there, that'll kill some of that. It'll turn it kind of a grayish color. Alright. I choose my colors because I know what colors that I'm going to need. A little bit of white in there. See how it turns gray? Okay. A little more brown. I'm spreading out the brown more. Putting the purplish stuff in it. Just like that. Now, if I put white in that, it's going to really be a bright gray, but I don't need that yet. Alright, I'm using the side of the brush, and we're going to get all sorts of interesting textures and such in this tree, but we're not going to totally get rid of all of that dark. Alright, and here we go. Side of the brush, more or less. And as I do it, you see how it starts to form there? See this? Now, this is a fantasy tree. There we go. I'm using the side of the brush because it gives me the texture. Going around it to the edge, getting some of the striations in the tree. See this? This is not going to be the end, that's for sure. We're going to do a lot of detail on this fella, on this tree. I'll continue it over here. Just like that. Get some more. Aim it toward the side of the brush. This is the general color of the tree. Now, as this color dries, it's going to settle into this dark. So it'll be really mysterious looking grooves in the tree, side of the brush. I am making the wood patterns. And we're going to, like I said, we're going to add all sorts of stuff to this guy. There's going to be all sorts of texture and whatnot going through this fella. Oh, can you guys see? Yes, you guys can see it. A lot of stripes, a lot of detail in this guy. We're going to add leaves to some of these. Alright. Getting some more of that color. Going to the other side of the tree. Like I said, this is just a general tree color for right now. We'll add other colors in this. You'll see. And this is just a very warm form of gray that you're looking at me do here. There. Okay. Some of the branches don't need all of this color because they'll be covered by leaves. All right. So you can pretty much leave them dark. Okay. All right. Let's add subtle colors to this. Let's get a bit of red into that gray, just like that. See this? No glycerin or anything like that. Still the side of the brush. So we're gonna slide in some different colors in this fella. Okay. I'm not getting rid of all of the darks, but I am gonna slide in some different coloration in here. Okay. So you're gonna see all sorts of cute little swirls of color in this fellow. Reds. I'll add some blues in here also. Just really subtle stuff. Let's get a little bit of blue. We'll put the blue right in here. We're gonna mix it right in. Now when I put this blue in here, this blue is gonna be toward the side. I want a little darker. Okay. Side of the brush. So you choose where you want your dark side of the tree to be, and that's where some of this blue is gonna have its little fun. And so I'm already choosing that. The darkness will be over here on this side. And we'll just keep playing around with the dark part of the tree. Right up in here. All up in here a little bit. Get some of that blue in there. Put it right in there, like so. We'll put it toward the top. Just like that. I think we're all right with that. Okay, we're good with that. Clean off the brush. Let's get a little bit of yellow. We'll put the yellow right here. A little touch, and I mean a slight touch of the crimson. As you can see how powerful the crimson is. Get a little bit more yellow. Put the yellow in there, lighten it up. Get this orangey color here. We're gonna beef that color up a little bit with a little touch of white. Put it in real good. All right, just like that. Obviously, this is going to be our highlight. Remember, the brighter the color, the less you need of it. Okay. Right on the very edge. Can you guys see it? Yes, you can. Let's go down past that for a second. Let's kind of add a little brightness in here. Chop that up a little bit, just like that. Right on the edge. We're going to expand some of this. Now, as it appears to be quite bright, remember this stuff dries. Okay. Get some more of that. I'm using the edge of the brush. We're going to come from the bottom with the bright stuff here. Just like that. Come from the bottom and chop it up a little bit here. Continue that curve right around. And I'm following some of the texture, some of the patterns of what I've put down on the darker color. Like that. I'm using the very edge, the corner of this brush to get these striations going in there like that. And I can chop it up a little bit there. Come on in here. There's a lot of interesting patterns in there. Curve them around. So you can kind of see Mr. Tree starting to pop the life here. Okay. here. Give it a little bit of glow right here. And that part there. Come on here. Like so. That tree glow can actually be even brighter. Get a touch of yellow, a little touch of white. This is on the very edge. Right on the tip. There we go. Right on the edge there. Right on the edge. Get some of that bright going in there. Just like that. Hey, we're going to bring some of that bright right down on below here, because the sun is down below. So all your brightness is down in there. Just like that. Like so. We get some of that bright. Put a little bit here. Put all up in here like this. Just like that. So it kind of brings it out a little bit up toward the front. Alright. And you don't need too much of this really bright color. And I'm looking at it here, and we're good with that. Alright. I'm just circling my brushes around. There's a brush I'm looking for here. I thought I put it in here with these guys. I guess I didn't. Oh, there they are. Okay. I guess I'll use the script liner for this. Getting a little white. I don't think there's any easy answer, and I definitely know there's no right answer. It's just you guys gonna see my head, but I'm just going to outline. I don't have to do too much of the outlining because there are going to be leaves covering it, but I want to add few degrees of some of that sunlight coming through here. Just like that, just kind of just like that. We're gonna go on the other side and do the same thing, but we're gonna aim it to the bottom. Just like that. We're just outlining it a little bit. Like I said, some of these are going to be covered with leaves, so. Just like that. Okay. Give a stronger outline here. Thicker. Just like that. All right, I think that should be okay. I'm looking at the monitor. I'm hoping you guys can see some of the little detail-y things that I am putting in there. Okay. It's time to add some few tall grasses in here around the rocks. I'll use the same script liner. I'm gonna use water. I'm gonna stay here in this area of the yellow. I'm gonna add a tiny bit of blue to that, get it nice and bright green here. Pop a little yellow in there. Now it's got to be thick enough to where it can be seen also. So it's kind of a little ballet of paint thickness here. So we'll give this a try. We're gonna come. Let's raise this up and let's bring this in a little bit. I think we're focused in pretty good too for you. All right. I'm looking at my monitor as I pull it and make sure it's nice and. I think you guys can see that. I'll tap it anyway. So we're gonna come here. Here we're just gonna get some. There we go. See, it can be seen. Just a little bit. And we'll put some of that grass in there. I don't necessarily have to have it too light. I'll throw some light ones in there to let you know that there's grass hanging around here, but I won't have it too light. There we go. Have them going in different directions. I'm twirling the brush around and just gathering some of the really light paint there. As you can see it messing around in there in the dark colors there. So I might lighten a few of these up, but I won't lighten all of them. See, they can be seen pretty good in the dark area of the rocks, but they're in there. I'm twirling the brush, getting as much of the paint as I can in there. Okay, and just really playing around and putting the grasses in there. Coming around here, pop some in there like that. All right. Okay, let's get a little bit of white, just a little touch of white. We'll put it right in there like that. Now, once again, I just got to be careful with the water to paint ratio because you don't want to unbind this stuff. Now, this paint's a little thick, so it's going to stick out. See? It's definitely going to stick out a bit because of the lighter color. But it's also thicker paint, so I won't be able to do as many strokes with the color. So I'm just picking and choosing where I want to pop some of these lighter ones at here. Throwing the brush around. I'll put some of these bright ones more toward the front where you see the glow at here. All right. I'll pop some of that around it here. Even the grass will give you a little bit of depth and a little bit of depth and the perception of layers of what's going on there. Just like that. I might throw a few bright ones here in the corner, like this, something like that. Something over here. Maybe a batch or two right here. Not too many of them though. Just like so. All right. All right, I'm looking at it here, checking things out. Because when I put the figure in, there's going to be a layer of dark even in here. Come around to seal it in. Okay, but that comes much later. All right. So I think we got our grasses in. The trees in there. It's in the foreground. Definitely right there in front of your face. Okay, let's put a few leaves in here. Okay, now I'm gonna put the leaves in the tree. Let's go up here. I'm just seeing where we are here. I guess we're okay, because I know that my little box is right here, but the little gathering of leaves would be up around in here, up over here, and a few down on the bottom, so that should be okay. All right. Believe it or not, right here is past the tape, so we're not going to worry about that, obviously, up there. Okay. All right. I'm just putting the brush back here. All right, let's get I'm gonna need kind of a worn out brush. Something that's kind of depressingly sorry looking. I think I found one. I need something kind of soft, kind of pliable. Okay, this brush might make it. This brush might do it. We're gonna go into blue. We're just gonna mash that blue right in there. This brush here is going to be slightly abused. So we got a little bit of blue. We're going a little touch of yellow in there. We want it green, but a little on the dark side. That's seemingly okay. I'm gonna get a little pinch of red in there too. Really deep in that blue, just like that. Okay, I'm mashing my brush. If you guys can see it, let me see. Yeah, you guys should be able to see. I'm taking the brush, and I'm just mashing it like that. Just mash it. All right, and what I'm going to do is I'm gonna build the leaf patterns like that. You see this? All right, just something like that. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's start over here. I don't want to get rid of all of the nice cloud colors, so we get a nice bushy gathering like that of the leaves, just like that. Go past the. Okay. Just like that. Hang some down there. We're gonna do that again. Not there, different spot. Right up around in here. See there, and get some interesting patterns going with it. See that? Put it right in there, like so. Get some more. Shape that really soft brush, and we got some right in here. We're gonna kind of put it right out there like that. Come on down. Now you see why I have to have such a dark green there. All right, just like that. And we'll pop one right up in here. We'll let that branch kind of, just like that. All right. We're gonna come further up around in here. So let's slide the camera over. Right about there. Let's get some more blue. Right up in here. Get a little bit of yellow, just a little bit of yellow, put it in there like that. And once again, we're gonna return to that red, just a little tip of red in there, deep in that green. You need it pretty deep. Once again, I'm gonna put leaves in there, but I don't want to obscure a lot of the work of the clouds. Okay, so you're gonna have to just be a little. See, you get yourself a nice gathering of it there. All right, I'm gonna spread my brush out. So this is why I need a really soft, pliable brush that kind of opens up, so I can get those little odd shape patterns there going on it. Put some right in here like this. As you get a nice glob of color there, you kind of branch out a little bit in different areas like that. We're gonna kind of bring this downward like that, just like so. Got one here. pop some of that red in there like this. See that? Put it right in there. Just like that. Alright. And you can start adding cute little highlighty things within all of that. Okay. I think what I have here should be fine. Okay, now I'm going to my yellow. A little more yellow. And a touch of white in that yellow. Brighten that up a little bit. No water, just all paint. Because I want this stuff to dry. Okay. Alright. And we're going to highlight from the bottom. See where the light is down here? Oh, no, you don't. See where the light is. But we're highlighting from the bottom. Right up in here. Just like that. And nice, clever little groupings. All up in here. See this? Just like that. Pop it right in there on the bottom. Have a few strays up in there. Just like so. Okay. Right from the bottom. I'm going to do it from the bottom here. Because the brightness is coming from the bottom. You follow me? Right here. Put them right in there. Just like that. There you go. Have some kind of cross over those branches there. Right here, you got a few here. Right from the bottom. And we're going to kind of put a grouping right here too. You got another branch right here. See that? Put some right up in there like that. Okay. Just like so. So we'll pull this back a little bit. You guys can kind of see what we're talking about there. Alright. So we got all of that. We got the rocks and everything. Got our little tree branches there. I'm going to brighten some of those up a little bit more with a little bit more white. It's not going to look like snow or anything, but just to brighten up the bottom here, just to kind of give a little separation of, yeah, it's like that. Something just like that. Just a few little stragglers of really bright stuff there, just to let you know where your eye is looking there. Right up in here, a few of them in here. Just like that. And you're just shaping the patterns. Right up in here. I'm twisting my brush around, twirling it here and there. Right here. All on, especially on the bottom, the very bottom. Just like that. Alright. Alright. This is it's a natural hairbrush, very, very soft brush, almost like is it a half inch? What are you? Yeah, you are a half inch, but it's extreme here, extremely soft, very, very bendable, as you can see. All right, but they make pretty good leaf patterns for deciduous trees. Okay, all right. I'm looking, and I'm looking for some more here. I can add some more patterns to this tree, but it all depends on what I'm feeling for this guy, if it really needs it or not. I really don't think it needs it too much. I think this will be fine, because like I said, there's gonna be other stuff going on in here after I put the fairy in. But now I guess I'll do the little special effect stuff here. I will need a script. We're gonna find it here. I'm definitely gonna need my script liner pen, and I'm going to need. Oh, I might use my finger instead. We'll see. Yeah, I'll use one of these. I'll show you how to do this. All right, we're gonna bring this in pretty close so you can see what I'm about to attempt here. Because we're gonna have little fairy pixel stuff, pixie dusty things here. I'll put a few here in this area. Watch this. I'm gonna take a little white right on the tip of my brush here, the back end of the brush. I'm gonna put one here, just like that. Oh, I'll put maybe one here and maybe one around in here. All right, then I'll just take my finger and I'll go in a circular motion like that. Take my finger, go in a circular motion, just like that. Make a nice little ring. Okay. Get a little bit of water, nothing but white. And I'll just put a line up like this. A little more water. This chalk paint is very thick. All right. Just like that. We're gonna do a few of those. Get a nice little bright dot in there. A little dot right there too. Okay. And we're on a circular motion there. And we'll put one right here like this. Just like that. So we're gonna do all sorts of little fairy dusty things in there. Right here. I'm gonna put it right here like this. Hopefully you guys can see me do these. I think you guys can. We can do them in different colors. All sorts of stuff. Just like that. See that? Okay. See, you see that? Nope, the other one was too high. You didn't see the one that was too high. Okay, we're gonna add one more of the white anyway. Well, no, you know what? They're kind of far away, so maybe we'll just keep playing with it like this. We'll put one right here, like that. We'll put one over here. All right. Take your finger very gently. Rub that circle right in there like that. Same thing with this, rub it in there like that. There's no way you can really mess these up. Just make sure that white is pretty bright and strong when you do the little tendril things here. And straight. That wasn't straight. Something like that. Okay. I'm sure you guys can see some of those. Yep, you guys can see it. Can you guys see this one down here? Barely. Nope. Let's move it over a little bit. Because we got one right here. Little dot right there. Just like that. Yes. There. Okay. So we got some white ones in there. I think I need to put another one up there somewhere. Put one up there. Oh, we'll put a little guy right up in here, right there, and we'll just kind of rub it out there, just like that. Put a little one right up in here like that. Just like that. So we got one way up there. Okay. Let's put some different color ones up there. Why not? Let's get some red. We'll put the red right here. Look down here. Get some white with that red. Put it in there like that. All right, that should be okay. Let's darken it a little bit. You're not gonna get it totally dark with all that white in there, but well, I think this will work. All right, let's put one of those. Let's put one of those right here by this tree, right in here like that, and we'll kind of just like that, and we'll just put a nice little dot there, and we'll just kind of. We're gonna come out there like that. There. Nice little. Oh, you guys couldn't see that one at all. My bad. You guys didn't see an inch of what I just did, but that's okay. That was my fault. It was right actually just below the camera. I'm so sorry. We'll go down below. Let's go over here on this side. We'll put one right here. And then we'll take our finger, go in a circle with it. Let's get a little bit more paint there. Go in a circle with it like that. All right. Now you see the way that looks, right? Nice little orb right there. Put a little dot right there in that orb, little bright dot. And then we'll just like this. North, south, east, and west. Okay. Actually, we'll have it come across like that. Put it in front, like that. All right, just like that. Let's get it a little bit brighter red. No water, just all paint. We'll pop one right here, nice size one right here. Can you guys see that? No, I'm going below. There, right in here like that. Okay. Right in here. Get a little more white there. The little flashes there don't have to be the same size. Just like that. Okay. Little dot there. As you can see, they're not, they're not too bad. You can have a good time with them. Okay. Let's go for blue. Let's do some blue ones. Get some blue, put it right here. Get a little bit of white. Pop it in there like that. Just like that. All right. All right. Let's put one right here. Nice blue one right here. Right in here like that. Take your finger. Get a nice little orb out of it there. Just like that. Can you guys see that? Of course not. There he is, right there. just like that. Let's see where I'm at here. Let's go straight up. We'll put one up in the branches up there like that. We'll put one right here, right up in here. Take it and you kind of swirl it around just like that. All right, and it would be ideal for you to go from the center going outward. Make them different sizes. Just like that. Okay, so if I pull the camera back, you'll see them all over the place. See that? So you got all sorts of little glow things all over the place. So we're slowly turning it into fairy pixie dust land here. All right. We'll pop one right here. Can you guys see me do that? Of course not, because I'm just doing terrible today. All right. We'll put one right here. There. Little dot there. Just like so. We're gonna aim one of those downward here. We'll aim one way down here. All right. Put a blue one right here. We'll put them right around in here somewhere. And we'll get a nice size one right there. We're gonna put a little white in that one, brighten him up a little bit, just like that. And we'll make him a little brighter, just like so. That seems to that will work. And we'll get him pretty crooked right here, like that, like that. Come down here a little bit, boom. Make a taller one this way. And put one right down here on the bottom. I'm doing this with thicker paint because I wanted to dry quickly. There we go. All right, I think that might be enough of the sparklies for right now. And we can put some other orbs in there without the little sparkles. Those aren't very difficult to do. Basically, take a little bit of the blue, the back end of my brush, and I kind of throw one back here like this, one here, and just take your finger and just make a little orbs out of them like that. Okay. They're just little orbs. Take your finger, rub. Take your finger and just rub the orbs in there. I'll get some yellow. We'll go up here and pop some yellow orbs in there like this. Like that, and just rub it in there like that. Nice little bright orbs way up here somewhere. Just like that. I might end up brightening them a little bit. Just little orby things in there. Put a little orb right in there too. Just stir it in there. So it's got little things running around in there. Let's pull back there. Let's see what we got so far. Okay. Actually, I don't like those little Orby things right there, so I'll probably get rid of those. At least get rid of a couple of them. This is still somewhat wet, so I can kind of make that disappear a little bit. There. So if I don't like them, they can go bye-bye. See, they can disappear. There. Once it dries, it's gone. Okay. All right, I think that should be about it for this session. Yeah. I don't need to sign my name or anything on it because I'm nowhere near done with it yet. But the next part of this will be the figure itself. Okay. And her placement and whatnot. I don't know if I'll do that. I don't know if I'll necessarily do that online or not because it's going to take a bit of time. We'll see how it goes. But I'll do the initial sketch of her. And plus I have to do her likeness also. So we'll see. Maybe I'll put her like I don't know. I'll see as I go on with it. So I don't know yet. But I'd like to thank you guys for checking this out. And let me know what you think. Not too many people are watching as of right now because I don't think they knew I was on, or they went to the original time and I wasn't there, so that's kind of my bad. Such is life. Things happen. I'm gonna have to do something with all this good paint I just wasted. Not good to waste paint. All right, thank you guys. I'll check you later. Be easy. I'll see you.